Hi guys, this is Rob from Hypop at hypop.com.au. Today we're taking a quick look at the new Jinbei EF200 LED continuous lighting head. It's a really exciting new product for us. The continuous lighting head is a really strong spotlight. This particular model is a 200 watt LED. We'll just have a quick look at some of the features and what's included in the package today. So this is the head here on one of our lighting stands. What's included in the package includes the head itself. There's also a Bowens protector cap that easily removes there. So that's just a standard Bowens S mount as well. And it also includes just the power cable as well. Some of the features of the Jinbei EF200 is that it actually has a Bowens S mount. So that's really great. That means you could attach different lighting modifiers. It's just your standard 3-prong S mount. You can attach different lighting modifiers such as the Jinbei softball, a beauty dish, another softbox, maybe a strip box or an Octagon softbox or a Snoot even. So that's a really great feature. The light itself is actually a 5500 Kelvin daylight. So that means it's a true white light, and that means that a lot of the colors that come across in your photo or in your video are nice and accurate. The light itself is actually silent running, so there's only a slight fan that runs and that increases with each intensity step that you go up. But it's a really silent fan and it's not intrusive at all. On the back of the head itself here, you can see that there are the plus and minus buttons. So those plus and minus buttons control the different intensity levels. There are 10 different intensity levels with the EF200. So that's something that we'll demonstrate shortly. So there's also a few switches at the back here. So there's switches that say 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's for the Jinbei 2.4 GHz TRS trigger. Basically, if you have 2 or more heads, you can control them wirelessly and control the intensity via the trigger on your camera without having to go to the back of the actual head itself. So if you're in a studio environment or if you're doing a photo shoot, you don't actually have to go up to the head and control the lights. You can do that wirelessly via your trigger. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll actually have a quick look at some of the lighting modifiers, including the softball, a 120 centimeter Octagon softbox, and a Bowens Snoot. So let's have a look at some of the lighting modifiers here today that are suitable for the Jinbei EF200 watts. All the Bowens S-type modifiers are actually suitable for the Jinbei EF200. Specifically, I have the Jinbei softball 50 centimeter with me here today. It's a Bowens mount, and it's also roughly about 4 to 5 kilos in weight. So it's quite a sturdy product. It's made from a PVC plastic, so it's not made from glass, so there's no damage of it falling over and getting broken. And it's a really sturdy product, and it's a really great lighting modifier. So we'll do a few tests shortly and show the spread of light. With softboxes, you're actually limited to light coming from the front of the actual softbox, whereas this softball, as you can see, it's actually a diffused material all across the entire ball, so that means you'll be getting lighting dispersion out the back of the actual head as well as the front, so you get a nice even dispersion across the entire frame. I'll show you just how to mount this really quickly onto the EF200. So it's just a typical 3-prong Bowens S mount. Just mount that in there and just twist to mount. There we go. That's mounted there. So as you can see, it's a really unique lighting modifier. When we do some tests later on, you'll see the lighting dispersion. It actually does support other lighting modifiers as well, so anything that's Bowens. So this Snoot, for example, that's perfect for getting a nice direct light, or even one of our larger 1.2 meter Octagon softboxes, typically used for flash strobe. But with this high-powered continuous lighting head, you can definitely use this particular lighting modifier as well. So we'll do some tests now just to see how the light works with this particular softball, and we'll see it in action. Okay, so this is just a quick demonstration of the Jinbei EF200 watt in action with the Jinbei 50 centimeter softball. We'll test this really quickly and just have a look at the different levels of intensity. So right now this is on the lowest setting. There are no lights on in the studio. I'll just step this up to the highest setting. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 10 stops of intensity as you increase. So this is right now at the highest intensity. As you can see, there's a nice bright even light, and that really excites me because you can see that just around this entire frame the light is evenly spread. unlike softboxes where you do have a direct light, you're limited to being positioned right in front of the subject, whereas this you can actually get a nice even light across the entire picture. So you'll actually notice if you were actually up close to the head itself, you can hear the fan, but it's still really silent. It's not really loud, and you actually notice it as you decrease it in intensity, the fan speed decreases as well. So it seems like they've actually directly linked the fan speed with each intensity increase on the head itself. Yeah. So that's just a quick demonstration of the EF200 watt with a 50cm softball. We'll have a quick test with it with the Snoot and also with the Octagon softbox. So let's have a quick look of the Jinbei EF200 with a standard Bowens Snoot here. This particular Snoot, I've just placed a red color gel there. There's also a small grid at the end of the Snoot there, and we'll just have a quick test of this up against the wall. So right now it's on the lowest intensity. You can see a small noticeable red dot on the wall there. We'll just quickly step that up. So you can see the intensities brightening up there. Right now that's on full strength. So this is really great. As you can see, there's so many different ways you can control the light with this particular continuous lighting head. What we'll look at next is just the standard 120cm Octagon softbox, so that you can use in different scenarios such as baby photography or product photography. So we have the Godox 120cm Octagon softbox mounted onto the Jinbei EF200 here now. This is really exciting for me because basically you have so much different ways you can control the light. Previously, when you had fluorescent bulbs, you were limited to the softbox that it came in. The softbox needed to have an E27 mount, and the bulbs didn't last very long. You'd have to replace them after a while. With LED panels, you get a nice even light spread, which is great for videos and product photography as well. But as you can see here, we have different lighting modifiers that we can touch on. The 120cm Octagon softbox, that's a really big modifier. Well, right now, I'll just switch that on. It's on the lowest intensity. And we'll put that up right now, increasing the intensity. So that's a really bright output. So as you can see, there's actually a really nice even spread of light across the entire frame. This would be great for different lighting scenarios, continuous lighting scenarios, and there's also no real heat that's coming out of the Jinbei head itself, which is really great. So there's only that slight noticeable fan noise, but it's really silent, and that's only at the full strength. So every time you step it down, the actual fan noise comes down as well. So that's a really great feature. So that was just some of the quick features of the Jinbei EF200 continuous lighting head. For more information, contact us at www.hypop.com.au. My name is Rob. Until next time.